Let's face it, sometimes someone's got to step in front of the camera for your company, and we get it. Not everyone can be Billy Mays from OxyClean, but that doesn't mean that no one on your team can represent your company on camera. Howdy folks, and welcome to 3 Things Thursday, the weekly newsletter where we talk about 3 things that'll help you grow your inspection company, but in like a fun way. Today we're talking about 3 tips that will help you become a more interesting spokesperson.
Quick 3-mile run.
And actually, before we dive into this thing, I don't want you all to get too intimidated by the term spokesperson. We're not expecting you to be walking down the red carpet next week or anything. We're literally just talking about standing in front of the camera and not just delivering information, but also representing your brand with your personality and your style. So our first tip is get fashionable. You don't have to go drop a ton of money on this. We honestly just go to Goodwill and get some fun stuff that kind of represents our brand and the personality that we want to portray. And yes, lots of times this is just going to be whatever your work attire is. But it's not a bad idea to go get something that's a little bit more exciting, that when people are scrolling through their feed, you're going to pop out the minute, whoa, who's this dude or who's this lady and what are they wearing? I'm going to listen to them. Quick shout out to Inspector Crazy Pants for living this one out. Tip number 2, use your voice. Speak loud. Establish a cadence, lean into your accent. All of these things affect how people perceive your brand. If you want to come across as a really fun brand, then speak loud and fast and with a extremified accent from wherever you are. But if you want to come across as the more like smart intellectual branding, then maybe you speak a little slower with a little more control over your words and dial back the accent maybe. All of these things have a major subconscious effect of how people perceive you. And tip number 3, bring the energy. Before you step in front of the camera, chug a coffee, crank some music, make sure you're shooting on a Friday, whatever you need to do to make sure that you are pumped and excited and getting your audience excited every time you're in front of the camera. If you don't have energy, people are going to keep scrolling. I don't care what you're talking about. You be talking about the reason that your hot water heater can only have so many elbow joints or something super boring and lame like that. But if you bring the right energy with the right insight, you can draw people into stuff that you may think is boring, but it's all about delivery. So just a quick recap, get fashionable, use your voice, and bring the energy. You do these 3 things, you just might find yourself on the red carpet. Probably not though. The presence of your on-screen talent is a make or break factor with in-house content. If you have the most epic camera setup ever and the most beautiful setting and the best thing in the world to talk about, it's all going to fall flat if your on-screen talent falls flat. So be sure to put the nail in the coffin as far as developing your on-screen persona before you concern yourself with equipment and all that crap. For more guidance on turning your current team into a content powerhouse, be sure to check out Goodbull. I don't care if you're a one-man shop or you got 100 inspectors working under you. We can turn you, yes, you, into a freaking marketing machine. All you gotta do is sign up. And real quick before you go, one last request. Can you please make sure to have an excellent rest of your week?